We back today with another video. I know it's been a while. I've been just enjoying my summer and learning some new things about myself and just about life in general, but here we are, nevertheless, back with another video. Gonna be making it about this motorized bicycle that I built. I actually built two of them. Yeah, me and KT built a couple motorized bicycles, and I'm just gonna make this video to kind of show you the steps on building it and the issues we ran into and stuff like that. So yeah guys, enjoy the video and let's get into it. So the very first thing we did when building this motorbike was we had to build this new sprocket on it. So these bikes are just from Walmart. All that came with our engine all that came with our kit was just the engine and chain and sprocket and stuff. The bike did not come with it, so yeah. The first thing we did was this sprocket here. So you can see the bike has two sprockets. This is the normal one with the normal bike chain. Honestly, mine keeps falling off. We'll get to that later, but you don't really even need this at all. So yeah, so we built this sprocket. So we have this rubber piece right here and another rubber piece that goes on the inside of the spokes right here. And then we have these plates that go around it and the nuts that go through. So you're gonna have to take the wheel off, the first thing you do, and build this sprocket. Basically, just get it. What we did was we put all the screws in loosely, you know, fit it right. So we got this rubber piece here on the inside of the spokes and this one on the outside. And then we just got all the bolts in loosely. And then as we tightened them, we aligned it to the center. So it's just got to be like in the center of that. That's pretty much the hardest part of the whole thing, as we thought, is what the video said. But we ran into some other issues. So the first issue we ran into with this sprocket here was we could not get the coaster brake to be on. So the coaster brake goes in there and it goes over this little rivet in there and it locks onto this part. So when you pedal backwards, the wheel stops. But the coaster brake kept hitting these bolts that are in our new sprocket. So we couldn't even get the coaster brake on. So this thing has no brakes right now. And I've been riding it around with no brakes. So that was the first issue, and to solve it, I would say don't get a coaster brake. Don't get a coaster brake bike. You build it on literally a free spin wheel with rim brakes if you can. Yeah, otherwise, because us taking the brakes off kind of messed up the wheel too. So at first we were having troubles getting it to actually spin and stuff. It was a mess, dude. So if you're gonna build one of these bikes, I suggest you get a free spin wheel. Get a free spin wheel if you're gonna build one of these bikes. The coaster brake is just way too hard to try and mess with, especially with the extra room you need to put this whole sprocket on. So yeah, get yourself a free spinning wheel. So after the sprocket, mount this little guy on here. It's literally just a clamp up here and then some bolts to hold it in place. And basically these you'll mount all these pretty much before connecting anything. So these wires will connect into the engine. Blue goes with blue, black goes with black, and then green with blue, and then the black striped one with black. You can look up a video for that. That is not a difficult part at all, setting this up. So like the tank, see how they just clamp on right there? So yeah, clamp all these things on first, this will be coming out for the spark plug. Screw in the spark plug if you want, but make sure you get your engine mounted after the sprocket. After everything is mounted and you have these tightened, everything's in place, you're going to want to put your carburetor and throttle together. That isn't too hard either. I mean, basically, you just run the wire through, and there's videos on how to set up a carburetor. I'm not gonna go over that. I'm just going over issues we had. That's not too hard at all. Setting up the throttle and the clutch is not too hard at all. I mean, the clutch, literally, you put a spring there and a spring here on the line, and it runs through here, and you run it through the clutch and tighten this down, and when you pull that, it pulls the clutch in. That's an easy part. The second real issue we had was the chain. If you're gonna build anything that you need to shorten a chain with, or anything where you're resizing a chain, get yourself a chain punch tool, because we had the hardest time trying to shove a screwdriver in there and bang on it and get it out. It's not worth the fucking labor. You might as well just get the tool for like max 20 bucks. Final issue on, we're gonna move over to KT's bike here. Final issue we had was his wheel is not straight. His is actually out of commission at the moment. His wheel is not straight, and we had issues with the chain rubbing on the tire, and I mean the threads are showing in multiple areas. So this is not, we need to get his wheel off and straightened out, maybe even get a new wheel, but we're gonna have to rebuild that sprocket onto a new wheel. But and the spark plug is not the best. Like, it literally just sits on top of there. It definitely should latch in, but not sure why it doesn't. And this carburetor is going to leak a little bit. I mean, it's a pretty good carburetor, but it's still gonna leak. And yeah, I mean, other than that, the issues we had, another issue would be this rubbage going on between the pedal and the muffler. I had to heat up this muffler and bend it a little bit so it would be out of the way. Another thing you could do is probably just readjust your motor. I just didn't want to unscrew all that shit. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this. I would certainly love to help as much as I can. I'm just trying to give a quick little overview of some of the things that aren't really shown in any videos that I've seen on YouTube of like issues that you run into. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and get some riding footage for you guys, and then we'll close out the video. So since I had to redo the back tire so much, I don't have this the normal bike chain that was on here. I don't have it on right now because it literally just falls off with anything I do. So I'm going to just leave that off, and then I usually run start it. So what you're gonna want to do is hold in the clutch so you can move, run, and then get some speed, jump on the bike, and as you let go of the clutch, the engine should start going. And you're gonna want to give it a little bit of throttle as you let go of the clutch to make sure that engine stays alive and keeps going. So yeah, I'm gonna get some riding footage here real quick. I just started it and it's running pretty well. Basically, every time you start it for the first time, or for the first time in a long time, you're gonna have to start it with the choke up. That's what I've noticed. So yeah, let's get some clips of me riding this thing. here's the run start thing. It's a pretty good method, so you don't have to deal with the normal bike chain. One problem that I actually remembered that we had was my seat wasn't tightened all the way, so it would move like forward to back. And I hit a bump on one of these roads, and my seat collapsed forward, and my thighs hit the sides, and my thigh right here actually ripped my fuel line, and I had gas leaking everywhere, and I dropped a piece of my fuel pump. So that's another issue that I had. So make sure your seat's tight before you go riding around. Make sure everything is tight, because this is not like, this is something you created, you know. You got to make sure everything's Gucci on it, because if not, you have some problems. All right, here we go. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you watched, I appreciate it. This is gonna kick back up with my YouTube channel. I'm gonna get it going more. Got some ideas for you guys, you know, just some mental tip ideas. I've been learning a lot over my absence from YouTube and stuff, so continue to learn every day and continue to evolve. And yeah, I'm gonna have some videos coming for you guys soon, so thanks for watching. Get those motorbikes nice and built, ready to ride, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to see, whatever you need help with mentally, motorbike wise, let me know. Thanks guys. I'll catch you in the next video.